What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. You saw the thumbnail, so you know exactly why you're here. I bring a unique commentary to reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and your notification bell. Follow me on IG at DYANAROZAY. Follow me on Facebook at DYANAROZAY Real Talk. And you guys already know I appreciate every single one of you for rocking with me. Now let's get into it, you guys. I have a couple of stories for you today. Y'all saw Peter and Cynthia Bailey in the thumbnail. We're going to get into it. It's a lot. But let's start with this one right here. This is Maurice Scott of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I did a video a couple of days ago called Dictator with a K, okay? That question mark there, go on ahead and put the K there and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Maurice did the recap with Carlos King, and he shared some things about himself that a lot of people probably already assumed just based on other things that have been said, but he had no shame in his game. It was quite disturbing, some of the things that he was saying, and he did not care either. But all of that stuff, all the things he was saying about needing to have sex, about rolling over and suffering through it, basically saying that of his wife, Kimmy, who went through a very aggressive, life-threatening form of cancer. And anyway, he got what he was looking for. He got the attention he was looking for because that stuff he was saying on the blog hit a whole bunch of national blogging platforms. And he should be embarrassed. They dragged the hell out of him, basically. They dragged him. Like I said, he got the attention he was looking for. Hollywood Unlocked did a story where they just said, man, okay, they didn't even call Maurice by his name. They said, man explains why he forces his wife to have the sex with him, even though she's suffering from cancer. And when I tell you there wasn't one comment that didn't take care of Maurice. They dragged him for filth. Starting with the first one, Bondi Blue said Carlos knew exactly. Well, this is a drag toward Carlos, but it's also Maurice is a grown man. He's 40 something years old. He should have known how to handle himself better. Not only is he 40 something years old, but he has a teenage son. So the things that he says and does is also going to come back for him in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, are you not? Don't you want your son to have a healthy life? Like, should he be dragged and embarrassed with you? But Bondi said Carlos knew exactly what he was doing. The hand over his mouth is so telling. Carlos does that hand over his mouth all the time. Work, win, celebrate, y'all. That is Portia Gubadia's baby daddy, Dennis McKinley. He said, I want to fight him. Tag him, okay? And people did too. So I know his comments was blowing up. Someone else said, how are you even finding pleasure while she's suffering? Another said, this is just disgusting and sick. Like, this can't be for real. Shaking my head. Check out the first comment. This guy is an actual urologist. He's a doctor. He said, may his erectile dysfunction come full force with the prayer hand emoji. Another person basically quoted the Law and Order. Y'all know that little phrase, that little statement they say at the beginning. In the criminal justice system, you know what based offenses are considered especially heinous. Like, they're basically saying this man is committing crimes here. You can immediately go to hell, sir. I'm almost positive that she was rolling over and faking it long before the cancer. Y'all know 2 episodes, Kimmy said that she was rolling over and faking it. She was like, this isn't for me. This is all for you. And he couldn't even say, I want it to stop. Like, literally, they brought this to the show. Another person said, roll over and suffer through it. Broke my heart. And the last one is, if you don't have self-control, you can't call yourself a man, period. What he needs is therapy. Now, y'all remember Melody said that this was an actual storyline. She said, I remember Kimmy used to talk about this long before we even came on the show. So, yeah, the more light that's exposed, maybe he will see that this is not normal. But, can't pray for, Can't hold your breath on that. Let's talk about Kim and Kroy. Y'all know they are still being hit with lawsuits left and right. Kroy had a lawsuit just recently for his Rolls Royce. It was actually supposed to end this month, whatever his terms were supposed to end in the month of July. I think they put a lawsuit on this man in May. They didn't even wait for it to go any further. They said, nah, we want our money, okay? Then he got hit with a lawsuit from a casino. I think earlier this week, the casino said that he took out a $100,000 line of credit in late 2021. In early 2022, we found out that their house was in foreclosure. So it sounds to me like Kroy was robbing or helping rob Peter to pay Paul. He was hoping to get a lick at that casino. A lot of people are like, well, he was doing it for his wife. He knew what the bills looked like. He knew what those bills looked like. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul, just like everybody else, hoping to get ahead of these things he couldn't pay. But either way, Target said, let me go ahead and throw my hat in the mix as well. We want our money, Kim, okay? They said that she has failed. Kim has failed to failed, neglect, and refused to make payments on the principal amount of only $2,482.24. They said they want their money. It looks like they're trying to get ahead of that bankruptcy filing that they're pretty sure they're going to make. So if they get that lawsuit out there first, it looks like they're hoping they can get paid. $2,482 for Target seems like a really petty amount of money, but it is what it is. You owe Pook and they want their money. That's what they're basically saying. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Now let's talk about Madonna. Here's an update on that. I gave you guys a report saying that she was found unresponsive in her New York home. On Saturday of last week, her daughter found her, Lourdes, and they were able to get her to the hospital immediately. She spent several days in ICU. They put a tube down her throat to help her breathe. She got out of ICU. She spent a couple of more days at the hospital, and then she was released. However, she's still not doing good. We still need to be keeping a close eye on what's going on over there, and prayers are definitely needed. She has two adult sons, one with Guy Ritchie, and the other was the adopted son, David. But either way, they came home to keep an eye on their mama, and they said that she has been vomiting uncontrollably, too sick to leave her bed despite being released from the hospital. But she is now considered bed bound. Okay. This all came from bacterial infection. They're not saying exactly where that came from, but a bacterial infection. So she is still very, very sick. And I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with her. So let me talk about this last story. This last story is Peter Thomas, y'all. Peter Thomas. Now, y'all remember Real House when Peter and Cynthia came on. Peter had a dinner club. It wasn't Bar One. I forgot the name of the first club, but y'all remember Candy saying, "I fly above all the haters." So it was a platform. It was a club, and they served dinner. And he also had live performances there. And then Cynthia didn't find out that that club had closed because of financial failure until Peter walked in the house one day and said, the club is no more. And she was like, are you serious? Didn't I just give you like $25,000 to save this club? And what the hell is going on? He's like, it's not my fault. He said it had something to do with with the landlord. It wasn't my fault. It is what it is. Let's just keep pushing. But she was done. She had a modeling agency for young talent in a more affluent side of town. And then Peter also told her, well, I did another deal in Grant Park where he opened Bar One. And he said, that's where your modeling agency is going to move because I got a better deal on the rent if I, rented both locations, both places. And Cynthia was so hot. Man, you could have literally cooked an egg on her head. She was mad, but she didn't say a word on. She was like, "What?" And then she just stopped talking. But everybody knew she was pissed. She was pissed. But anyways, I ended up going to I ended up going to the Bar One in Grant Park. He had unveiled this big huge poster of Cynthia and had it on his wall. They showed the cast there, and the cast was like giggling because they knew Cynthia did not want to be there. She didn't want her face on the wall. That's me, y'all, in front of Cynthia's poster when Peter had Bar One and Grant Park. But anyway, it was a whole thing. But y'all know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, actually, a couple of months ago, a young lady went on TikTok and she exposed Peter for not paying her her tips, barely paying her her money. She said she had worked there for 1 week and that man has shorted her out of $1,409.96 in tips and pay. And she said she wanted it. She had been there for 1 week. She even showed herself talking to the manager there at the time. Her name is Alicia, but she had this video where she's like, Alicia, pay me my money, pay me my bread, is how she put it. And we know that now Alicia has since quit. She went on Tasha K's channel to expose Peter even more, but she was definitely getting ahead of some things because the young lady who worked there had already exposed it. She said, Bar One, all the receipts are here. They don't want to pay me my money. I'm still sitting here until the police come. They owe me 1,409. They don't want to pay me my money. She said that Peter was an effing scammer before calling out his shady business practices. She said, your checks bounce and you don't want to pay people their money. She went on to say that they're mad because they're frauds. They all scam. Y'all pay y'all workers under the table. Y'all either pay them under the table or your checks bounce. Literally, that's how she put it. Okay, child. And this is all stuff she was saying while Alicia was there. That's what I wanted to point out. While Alicia was there, this young lady had already exposed Peter. She went on to say that everyone, she basically was warning people, don't ever try to work here because they're not going to pay you. You're going to be waiting at least 3 weeks in the hole before you get your bread. She also like tagged the IRS. She said, Peter owes the IRS hella money. She said that they have a lot of loans that they need to pay back as well. They pocket your money so that they can pay the loans. That's why it takes so long for the employees to get paid. Then she said, Peter, you still owe Cynthia Bailey money. Didn't you take out a loan with her? Which I believe he's since said that he's paid back. But she basically said, y'all need to pay me. Well, it didn't stop there, y'all. It did not stop there. Radar Online has brought some new information to the table where they're basically saying that Peter Thomas has kissed Bar One Miami goodbye. We saw, I believe, Nene and Yoni, I believe 1.5 weeks ago, they were there giggling and having a good time. But according to the documents obtained by Radar Online, Bar One Miami Beach, which Peter has run since 2019, was hit by a lawsuit by Bentley Bay Retail LLC. Now I know that the restaurant industry is very, very hard. A lot of people say that it's hard, but yeah, Peter keeps going though. And y'all remember, just maybe a month ago, not even a month ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I reported that Bar One in Baltimore lost their liquor license. And that is a beautiful property by the Bay, lost their liquor license. But, anyways, back to the Miami location. They said that the company said Thomas was previously sued for eviction over unpaid payments. However, the parties has worked out a deal in 2020 where Bailey's ex-husband agreed to pay any outstanding debts. A copy of the settlement shows that Bar One agreed to pay $270,000 to resolve all issues. Per the settlement, Thomas agreed that if there were any return checks for insufficient funds, the deal would be void and Bar One would have to leave. So he wasn't allowed to write any insufficient checks. He wasn't allowed to bounce one check after they had made that agreement in 2020. But in 2022, they said there was various payments that were returned for insufficient funds. July, August, September, and October of 2022, and then again in March of 2023. Oh boy. And then they said that Thomas owes them a lot of rent as well, 422,000, 422,000 to be exact, as well as outstanding costs, utility charges, and sales tax. So Peter, boy, oh boy, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about all these stories. Yeah, I did not hear that the Baltimore location had been closed yet, just that they have lost their liquor license and that right now, yeah, they're not able to pay the rent and it's a done deal in Miami. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments, okay? Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell. Oh, I forgot to say that I'm going to be doing a member only, I think tonight, but if not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Members only, please check for the link. It'll be dropping soon. And then I will see you guys on the next one, okay? Bye-bye.